This device can make you extremely successful or a complete loser. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to optimize it for productivity. These are things that I did to make it go from my biggest distraction to my biggest asset. Tip number 1, set up shortcuts. I don't know about you, bro, but I have this bad habit of going on my phone for a specific reason, and as soon as I get on it, I just start scrolling through Instagram. It's like a habit that's so ingrained in my brain that I just do it automatically. Now, you can only use discipline so much. So what I do is I create shortcuts on my phone that keep me from even having to open it up. Depending on the type of phone you have, there are 2 ways that you can do this. If you have an iPhone 15 or newer, you can program the action button on the side here for your main shortcut. You can also have shortcuts on your lock screen to make apps easily accessible. So how I have mine set up is my action button takes me to my habit tracker. I'm constantly going into this and checking off my habits throughout the day. So all I have to do is hold the action button on my phone and it takes me right to Google Sheets, right into my habit tracker. This makes it so that I don't even have the urge to go on Instagram. It's completely out of the picture. The other 2 apps on my home screen are 1, the podcast app. I find mornings are worse for me wanting to scroll. So rather than even giving myself that option, I just click the podcast app button on the screen and it takes me to the podcast that I wanted to listen to without even having to think about it. And then the last shortcut that I have is for my macro tracker. I'm constantly adding food into my phone. It's just a quick and easy way to bring me directly to my macro tracker without giving me any resistance, making it 1, easier to track my macros, and 2, skipping the step of having to scroll through my lock screen and trying to find the app that I'm trying to go into and risk choosing Instagram instead of my macro tracker. So with the iPhone 15 or 16, to use the action button, you want to go into your settings, go down and select action button, and you can see here you can select whatever you want. I'm going to choose shortcut. Then you can choose what the shortcut is that you want it to use. So right now I have it set to open Google Sheets, and when I hold this button down, it opens my Google Sheets and I can click on my business tracker. Now, if you have an older iPhone or want to add more shortcuts to your iPhone 15 or 16, what you do is you go into your lock screen, hold down on it, customize, and then click on your lock screen. And this is where you add the widgets to the bottom right or left corner like I have here, or you can even add them under your time up top. So what you want to do is click on them and then find the shortcut app again. In the shortcuts app, you can specify whatever you want to do. I'm not going to go too in depth in this video. That's beyond the scope of this video. There's lots of videos on YouTube telling you how to create shortcuts. So yeah, once you have these set up, as soon as you open your phone right in the lock screen, it'll take you to wherever you want to go.
Why do they doubt the kid? I'm about to prove them all wrong again. I got a low tolerance, cause they don't even know what the problem is. It's me. You waiting on the boy to fail, then hold your breath and face your death. Cause you play a roulette with each step. I progress, no less. Go ahead and place your bet. Cause we know where we at, we know we top tier. Cause all the hate that you bring, we know it stops here. I'm taking off like a rocket here and stopping here. It's strange how they cannot see the future, but see profit here. Wait up, we gon' always win. Promise that that's not a promise, yeah, that is a threat. You know that I promise to bring the team commas. When the whole team win, that's when you flex. Win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win.
The next tip is notifications. Notifications will distract you when you're not on your phone. I have everything that's not essential turned off. The only thing that really comes through on my phone is phone calls and text messages from my family and business coach. I'm not even gonna lie to you, first few weeks, you're going to have an urge to constantly check these apps, see if anything's going on them. However, after the first few weeks, that goes away. The other thing you wanna do is turn on the new reduce notifications mode on Apple. This is going to reduce all notifications that AI doesn't deem as important. I have this on during the day, and then at night I turn on the sleep mode. That way no notifications come through except important phone calls, as I don't want to be getting texts in the middle of the night. Alright, I'm on my way to go get a SIM card for my phone down here. I've tried 2 companies so far, and both only have like tourist packages for tourists. So they're like a week for like 3 gigabytes, which staying so long doesn't really work. So I'm trying the same company now that I had in Peru, and I'm hoping I have better luck here, because using my phone company from home for the past month is adding up, and it's kind of a waste of money, so gotta try a better spot. Okay, that was semi-successful.
I got a sheet of paper that told me what I needed to do, but he also said it's for tourists, so I'm probably gonna have the same problem where it's like a ridiculous amount for a few months, so we'll see. I'm kind of out of options now, so I'll have to choose which one's the best for that. Honestly, it might be best just to keep my regular phone. Okay, so tip number 3 is to delete your apps. I'm willing to bet that you don't even use 50% of the apps on your phone. This is gonna create a whole lot of clutter and make it hard to get to apps that you actually want to use when you need to use them. So what I recommend doing is going through your phone, cleaning it up, and deleting all the apps that you haven't used in the past month or so. This is gonna make it much easier to find the ones that you actually need to use, and it's also gonna save you space on your phone. While you're deleting these apps, you also wanna remove all the apps that you don't access frequently off of your home screen. So to do this, just hold down on it and remove the app. You can still find these apps all the way to the right or by searching them. However, if they're a distracting app, especially like Instagram or TikTok or anything like that, if they're off your home screen, it's gonna lower the chances of you going onto them while you're going on your phone for another reason. You pretty much wanna leave anything productivity related on your home screen, but everything else gets removed. And lastly, when it comes to cleaning up your home screen, you wanna make sure that your 4 most used apps are in your dock. This is gonna make it easy to find them and make them accessible. So anytime you're on your phone, they're just right there, ready to click, and you're able to use them right away. The next tip is to download an app called Opal. This is going to allow you to block apps that you don't yet want to delete, or ones that you can't delete but you still find distracting. So what Opal does is allow you to block apps during a certain part of your day. So say you're supposed to be working on a project, you can block Instagram and it won't let you use it. You can also set time limits on apps. So say you used Instagram for an hour, it'll allow you to block it. And the nice thing about Opal over screen time is it allows you to block apps completely. So you cannot avoid the block. This comes in handy if you have no self-control and need to block apps in some instances. Now it is a paid app, however, the increase in productivity that you're going to experience is going to pay it off in no time. So I definitely recommend getting it. Got some salad, rice, and hamburger tonight. Honestly, I'm trying to do a lot of meal planning lately. It's crazy how much money you can save when you make your own food. And I know it takes some time. However, like you seen there, the salad took 30 seconds. I spent an hour last night cooking rice and hamburger. And then I also got a rotisserie chicken. Honestly, rotisserie chickens are a life hack because you don't have to cook them. You just have to peel them apart, throw the meat in your bowl, and you're good to go. Plus, they're cheap as heck. So the first few weeks I got down to Argentina, I probably spent like a good $300 on food. However, cooking it yourself, just a couple $100 a month, so it definitely gets a lot cheaper. Now, in order to turn your phone into a productivity device, you need to know when to put it away. Obviously, it's great for a lot of things. However, when you need to focus and you're not wanting to do a task and you keep putting it off, your phone's gonna be your biggest enemy here. So what I like to do is a 90-minute jam session. So a 90-minute jam session is basically block of time that I use to stay focused. What I do is I set a timer on my phone for 90 minutes. If I'm doing a task where I don't need my phone, then I'll throw it across the room. That way it's out of sight and out of mind. The reason I choose 90 minutes is that's how long a person can focus before they start to burn out. So I typically work for 90 minutes and then I take a 20-minute break and then restart the process throughout my day. During 20-minute breaks, I do go on my phone. However, it is better to go for a walk if you can. Sometimes you need to answer messages, but other times you do need to break from technology. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap the video up here. Make sure to click on the link in the bio. It's a free WhatsApp accountability group that I created. Just want to give all you guys some help with your fitness goals. If you like my video, don't stop watching now. Click this video right here to see my most recent video and click down here to hit subscribe.